What's up everyone, Sebastian here with Press Start Seb. Today I want to finally discuss my review on the Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker Beta. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering why I'm talking about this a full week later. Well, I wanted to provide my opinion with as little hype bias as possible. I figured that the sooner I made the review, the more clouded my judgment would be, as I would simply just have been excited to have gotten to play the game at all. But now it's been a week, I've had time to digest and figure out exactly what I think about the Shinobi Striker Beta. I want to first start with the overarching generalities and stuff that's super evident first, before I get into some of the finer details. I want to kind of start off by saying I won't be speaking about the character creation stuff in this video, as it is the beta and it was incredibly limited and will likely not be indicative of the final product. So yeah, don't be expecting any of that in this video. So overall, the game is unbelievably fun. The ability to zip around the map with your created character firing off jutsu and trying to coordinate with your team is something that blends incredibly well with the Naruto property. When it works stupidly well. That brings me to the biggest issue at hand. It doesn't always work. In fact, it's broken more often than it isn't. Now this is a beta of an unfinished product, so I feel kind of shitty harping on the lag and lack of polish, because that's what the beta's for. It's to kind of iron those issues out. And if it was nothing more than a minor occurrence, I likely wouldn't bring it up at all. However, that's not the case, and it is ultimately the single biggest issue plaguing this game, is how unbelievably bad the lag is, and how it negatively impacts the design philosophy. But just to interject with all the negativity at the moment, the game is so fucking fun. Like, look at this. Look at this fucking jutsu. Alright, back to the lag. As I said, it negatively impacts the game's design to the point where I would consciously avoid fighting on the walls or using my wire kunai mid-battle, as I wasn't confident that the game wouldn't just spaz out and end up with me falling to my death, which happened a lot. Like, a lot.
Oh, nice! Fall off the floor and die. Oh, he died too! Kunai. No, what? Just if I was him right now. Oh, they're interrupted. I killed him with the kunai. Oh god. Fucking game.
But if the devs can fix that in time for the open beta next year and the game's eventual release, then the gameplay that's underneath the lag is world class when it comes to fun. As it was only the beta, the game didn't allow you to party up with your friends, but when you and a teammate did have the same idea and were able to execute it, it was such an unbelievably rewarding experience. There's this huge amount of progression that's going to be in the game, as evident from the end of the match screen. There's a fuck ton of stats and meters that will fill that track your performance for that particular match and your overall mentor experience in general. This type of progression is key for a game like this, as it's likely going to keep players hooked and looking to max out and improve their created shinobi. A few small negatives before I move on to the positives. I'm going to kind of do these rapid fire so I don't sound like I'm just shitting on an unfinished game. First, the tracking is a mess. Like, what the fuck is this?
There we go. Half the time I don't even know with Sasuke if I'm doing the hitting or if I'm getting hit.
Second, half the time the jutsus don't work. Like, I'd legit break out of a water prison jutsu twice.
Oh, what? How did he break out of the water prison?
Third, matchmaking is either blazingly fast, you're in a match immediately, or a total dud and you're stuck mucking around for like 3 minutes. But again, beta, that'll fix that. Fourth, the camera just likes to spaz the fuck out from time to time and pinch you in a corner instead you get your ass beat. And finally, and again this is hardly fair, but the created characters are quite a bit worse than their canon counterparts. And that's not really a huge issue, as it's more a result of the loadout of the created characters given in the beta, as opposed to anything nefarious or unbalanced. Albeit, the defense type has some serious advantages in mobility with the flag in the form of the spiky human boulder. Alright, let's move on over to the positives, because I feel like there is a lot. The graphics and artistic direction of the game is outstanding. This was a huge thing that a lot of people lost their shit over, and honestly, getting to play it and experiencing it for myself, it looks awesome. The colors are vibrant, the whole world just looks and feels like Naruto, and that's a huge bonus. The music is also amazing, especially when you have 2 of the 3 flags captured. You only need 1 more and it kicks into this like dope ass electric guitar that just makes everything sound way cooler.
Nice. 1 more and we win. Do we have a healer? You're not a healer, are you? No, you're not. Whoa. Yo, this guy's fucking sick music. You're gonna get this thing done.
Also, the ability to change your character loadout mid-battle is super helpful, especially when you load in without a healer. However, I wish you could see your team's loadout before you preemptively select your own loadout. Kind of like a League or a Paragon or a Smite, something like that, where you see what each character is selecting. Because I had instances where I started a match with legit a team of only Sasuke's. Speaking of Sasuke, tossing out a fireball jutsu at someone who's running on the wall is literally the most satisfying thing ever. Seeing them just like explode off the wall and majority of the time plummet to their death is something that does not get old.
Because actually, you know what? It'd be a perfect time to just fucking fireball. It works! Flag. Okay, doesn't... I'm just gonna fireball him off the wall like I did last time. There's nothing more gratifying than that.
That's the thing about this game. There are so many unique maneuvers and each character plays just differently enough that each match is new and exciting and had me constantly trying to figure out new ways to combine my moves or utilize each unique character. That's probably my biggest takeaway from the game, the sheer amount of variety in the gameplay and the ways in which you can approach it. Is Shinobi Striker a perfect game? No, not even close. Are the current issues that plague the game something that can be rectified before launch? Well, fuck yeah. And that has me super optimistic. When the game works, it works insanely well. And if they can just fix the lag and nerf some of the tracking, this will be a truly special experience that I will definitely keep coming back to. It's been a week since the beta, and I'd be lying if I said I haven't been craving playing the game every day since it ended. And that's about as big of a compliment as I can give. Thank you all for joining in my coverage of the beta, and if you hung out during the streams, I had a blast with all of you. I want to see this game keep growing and this channel keep growing with all of you, so thanks for watching guys, and as always, I will see ya.